Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. Now we're just going to take this time just to get quiet. So, it's a good time to just open our hearts and send out love and gratitude to all the world. Let's take some slow, deep breaths to get into that peaceful, receptive state. So we breathe in slowly and deeply. We hold our breath. We breathe out. And then we hold our breath. Let's do that for a few more breaths. Now let's listen for our heartbeat. Our heartbeat, which is a pulse of light coming down through the silver cord from our mighty iron presence, anchoring in our heart, giving us life. Let's just see and feel and bless that heartbeat. That heartbeat that anchors into that beautiful threefold flame, which is the anchorage of our mighty I am presence within our physical bodies. Let's just connect with that beautiful flame as we sit in that expanded golden flame in the center, golden yellow flame of wisdom and illumination, perception and discrimination. We see our bodies in this beautiful, dazzling golden flame. To the right, we can see the pink flame, that glorious, dazzling pink flame of pure divine love. And then we see to the left of us that beautiful expanded flame, that sapphire blue, bringing into us the feeling of the will, the power, the faith and the protection from our mighty I am presence. See and feel and bless this glorious light. Let's take our awareness now up through the top of our head, through the silver cord, to our mighty beloved I am presence. Let's see this glorious, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence smiling down on us. Our wonderful presence of God, I am. And now we see in the center of our chest a beautiful golden sun forming, dazzling and brilliant like the noonday sun. The beautiful focus of light from our I am presence. Open our hearts and send love and gratitude to our mighty I am presence for beating our heart and giving us life. And now we see those rays from our beautiful sun in the center of our chest, dazzling and brilliant, billions and billions of rays, going forth and connecting up with each and every miniature sun in all the cells of our bodies, our 4 earthly bodies, all those little inner workers receiving this expanded light. Let's feel the joy, the happiness, and the gratitude of each and every little inner worker of our 4 earthly bodies. Sense and see and feel that wonderful light saturating our earthly bodies. And now let's just fill our feelings with a feeling of love and gratitude. And let's call to the beloved Ascended Masters, the beloved Ascended Master David Lloyd, the great God of gratitude, to fill us, each one and all mankind, with this feeling, that light substance from the ascended master realm of gratitude and love. We see our beautiful suns turning a deep shade of pink with a golden radiance. Gratitude and love for all our many, many blessings. Gratitude and love to the great ascended hosts for these marvelous teachings. Gratitude and love for all our loved ones and our friends. Gratitude and love for our homes and our supply. Gratitude and love for all the many, many blessings that we receive daily on our earthly journeys. Gratitude to the great and beloved elemental kingdom, animate and so-called inanimate, the beauty and bounty of nature. God bless, love and thank them, each and every precious one. Gratitude to the beloved angels, and gratitude to all life on our beloved earth. And now we see these rays in this wonderful expanded state, forming a lattice of light, dazzling and brilliant. We see our entire earth folded in this glorious pink and golden light, saturating every part of life on our beloved earth, especially those parts of life that are never loved or thanked, with this wonderful gift, our opportunity of sending love, light, and gratitude to all life. And we just give deep, deep thanks for this. And Sergio, are you able to read the opening invocation for us?
Yes, I can. Thank you very much for the opportunity, beloved Anthea. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Before reading the words of the Master, we say together with mics muted, as suggested by beloved Lord Kutumi. Beloved Presence of God, I am. It is thy life and intelligence that enables me to read and comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I am so grateful. Beloved Master Kutumi, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. We thank you. And now, great I am presence, take me within thyself. There instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. We thank you. From Beloved Saint Germain.
Thank you so much, beloved Sergio. All right, so I messed up last week with the audio, so we're going to actually listen to it again, Gary reading, because it's just such lovely words from Saint Germain. So I thought we didn't want to miss that. And then we're going to listen to Beloved Almoira, the golden key of gratitude. Oh, it's just such heavenly words from Beloved Almoira. And then we're going to continue listening with Beloved Terry reading from the Beloved Mahachohan, imparting the divine plan. Also just really lovely information, always. Then I'm going to read from Beloved Archangel Gabriel from Friendship with the Gods. And then John will take us through our decrees, which we know are such an important part of the whole program. We can listen. I didn't mess up this time. I double-checked.
Week 269. Beloved Saint Germain, I Am Discourses, Volume 3, Discourse 3. As the consciousness is held steady and firm, and as the rent in the dam increases, greater volume of water comes forth. For at last all obstruction is swept away, the whole force is poured forth into use. Unlike the water dammed up that rushes forward, dissipating itself because it is without direction, the God power thus loosed goes direct to the channel of consciousness most receptive, and there builds itself up, awaiting for the opportunity to rush forward more and more. Thus the student of light, aside from his activity of dispensing the truth, becomes, as it were, an artesian well, from the depths of which flows this mighty essence of God. The students should at all times remember that no matter what their mistakes may have been, God never criticizes nor condemns them, but at every stumble which is made, in that sweet, loving voice says, "Arise, my child, and try again, and keep on trying until at last you have attained a true victory and freedom of your God-given dominion." Always when one has been conscious of having made a mistake, his first act should be to call on the law of forgiveness and demand wisdom and strength not to make the same mistake a second time. God, being all love, must have infinite patience, and no matter how many mistakes one may have made, he can always once again arise and go unto the Father. Such is the love and freedom within which God's children are privileged to act. There is only one mighty, invincible, evolving process, and that is through consciously generating divine love. Love being the hub of all life, the more we enter in and use it consciously, the more easily and quickly we release the mighty power of God, which is always standing as a dammed-up force, waiting to find an opening in our own consciousness by which it can project itself. For the first time in many centuries, the searchlights or rays from the Golden City over the Sahara Desert are set into active operation over America and the earth. There may be some individuals who will see these rays, not knowing what they are. Mankind need no longer think that personalities continue to generate their destructive forces and long survive. Those who can use this knowledge of the electronic circle should no longer be deprived of its benefits. Give it forth, and the warning with it. Use this statement: I am the fulfilled activity and sustaining power of every constructive thing I desire. Use it as a general statement, for the sustaining power is in everything there is. I am here and I am there. In whatever you want to accomplish is a splendid way to feel that you are using the one activity, and you thus rise above the consciousness of separation.
It is always wonderful, isn't it? I am here and I am there. I always think of that, and it definitely has a very strong impact. Okay, we're going to listen to Beloved Elmira.
This is an excerpt from the Bridge to Freedom material, as given by Beloved Elmira on the service of Archangel Chamuel and Charity, the great Archangel and Archaii of pure divine love. The power of gratitude. The beloved Archangel Chamuel is as yet little known to the people of earth. He is the great Archangel of love, adoration, and devotion to God and the goodness of God, as expressed through mankind. He, together with his divine complement, Charity, are dedicated and consecrated to developing in the outer consciousness of mankind a true sense of gratitude and adoration toward their source, God, the great I Am, and a sense of encouragement toward the endeavors of their fellow man to unfold the divine potential that lies buried within each heart. Lord Chamuel's service. As the angelic host, particularly the archangels, are not cognizant of form, but rather of essence, color, sound, and perfume, wherever and whenever they see the motive within a human heart endeavoring to express the goodness of God, they nourish this motive and desire by their presence and radiation until one so seeking to externalize a particular benefaction for the rest can do so. The great Archangel Chamuel and his beloved Charity serve on the third ray, which is expressed in a lovely pink radiation that actually envelops those desiring to lift mankind out of distress of every kind and into greater freedom, personal, racial, planetary, and finally universal. The description of Lord Chamuel's temple. At inner levels, Lord Chamuel and Beloved Charity have a glorious temple builded on the circular design, so loved by the angelic host, domed with gold and encrusted with pink rubies. In this temple, the flame of adoration to God and his messengers burns brightly, and this flame is intelligently directed by Lord Chamuel to all unascended beings to encourage the development of their own particular divine plan. Such a flame is carried by the angelic host of Lord Chamuel's legions into the astral plane that surrounds the earth, in which some people who have passed through the veil of so-called death temporarily dwell. The angels of his legion know that within the heart of all God's children is a focus of God himself, seeking expression through the soul. As they stand in their glorious robes of pink, in the auras of such people, they breathe their love into the God spark until it begins to expand. This is as mechanical as a generation of physical fire through the use of bellows upon a smouldering fire in a fireplace. These blessed people, not knowing of their benefactors, are finally stirred by the love of Lord Chamuel, Blessed Charity, and their legions of love, until they desire, through free will, to expand their own divine plan and serve the God who made them. Then these good people themselves ask for assistance from God and his divine messengers, to prepare themselves to serve God while in the inner levels, and to prepare themselves when they come into physical embodiment again. How the angelic host serves. Because the angelic host are so selfless, often those whom they serve do not even know their benefactor's presence, and cannot explain, even to themselves, the awakening of the desire to do God's will. The angelic host are not concerned with the recognition of their presence and service, but only with the actual works accomplished in awakening the soul to a desire to expand the borders of God's kingdom. Thus, many a sincere individual who receives a call to do God's will is completely oblivious to the stimulation of that desire by the angels of love. This is equally true of individuals living on the earth today. Mankind en masse is not capable of knowing the design of God for themselves or others. They have fallen under the grievous error of judging according to human appearances, and are neither patient nor loving enough to cognize the motive behind actions that sometimes are expressed clumsily by a fellow man. The angels of love know that motive behind all endeavors, and wherever that motive is sincere, untinged by human desire for personal gain and aggrandizement, they stand selflessly and lovingly in the aura of such people, helping them always to fulfill their inspirations, dreams, visions, and ideas. They literally hold such people in the arms of love, sustaining them through hours of trial and seeming failure, until the individuals are successful and another expression of God's holy will is made available for the benefaction of the race. The magnetic key of gratitude. Lord Chamuel and Beloved Charity care not for human appearances, but care exceedingly for the budding Christ light that seeks to burst the shell of human appearances and add to the light of the world. Every saint, every great patriot, scholar, humanitarian, architect, scientist, missionary, and spiritual teacher has been and is sustained by the pink ray of Lord Chamuel's love. Then the soul, cognizing a power greater than itself, begins to express gratitude to its source, its mighty God presence I am, to the divine messengers, and finally to its fellow man. This gratitude is a power. It cannot be overemphasized in man's dealing with his fellow man. A sincere feeling of gratitude, silently sent forth or audibly expressed, when conditions allow, reaps a harvest of greater endeavors upon the part of the recipient of the loving feeling of gratitude thus expressed. Thus, according to human experience, gratitude is a magic key which can be used to advantage in developing the God potential of every man. Let us not confuse flattery, which is insincere, with honest gratitude for endeavors made to lighten the burden of individuals, families, nations, and the planet. Gratitude is a virtue of God. expressed through Lord Chamiel and Beloved Charity and their legions of angels of love. When the soul truly learns how to feel gratitude towards those who serve him, even in mundane ways, inevitably that gratitude begins to rise to the source, the great I Am Presence, which has given him or her its very life. Gratitude is truly the open door to greater benefactions from God, his messengers, and mankind en masse. The pink essence, a reality. All virtues have color and sound. True gratitude emanating from the heart of any individual is pink. When the gratitude is poured forth to other members of the human race, it is a soft, delicate shell pink. When gratitude is poured forth to God and the divine beings who serve him in conscious adoration and praise, it is a deeper pink and literally opens the doors to heaven itself. Back on the ray of gratitude and praise to deity comes more and more of that beautiful pink essence into the world of one so engaged in blessing God. Also, more and more of the angels of the pink ray gather around such a one to sustain them in their service to life. Be assured that this pink essence is a reality, a substance, a living, vital power to stimulate, nourish, and expand the service of the grateful one. When gratitude is issued forth to a human being, the returning current energy is of course not so great. The pink flame and ray are activities that multiply and expand the good in man, whether it is in their financial status, their physical well-being, their mental stability, or their emotional balance. Many people afflicted with the various distresses of mind and body find it difficult to generate a true feeling of gratitude to God, his messengers, and their fellow men. Here they are assisted greatly by those who are literally the embodiment of the feeling of gratitude and praise to God. To such people it is recommended that they call sincerely to their God presence, the great I Am, to send them angels of gratitude to help them to feel gratitude to life. Generally, when they have felt the radiation and the feeling of gratitude to life transfused into their worlds by the angels, they are then able to generate a little gratitude, at first, towards impersonal activities. Like the sun that lights their way each day, the water that makes ablutions possible, the fresh air they breathe, the harvest of nature, which is the actual sustenance of their physical bodies. Gradually they begin to enjoy happiness in the feeling of gratitude, and it is easier for them to be grateful for small favors from their fellow men. They learn to see beyond human appearances into the motive in the hearts of all people who seek to do good. Then do the angels of love rejoice indeed. The peoples belonging to Earth's evolutions require so much training in the generation of true impersonal divine love. The cause of unhappiness. When individuals are caught in the meshes of human appearances, it is easy to become bitter, cynical, and ungrateful. These qualities of feeling have a very unpleasant color and a dissonant sound. As each individual lives within the energy they emit, the more of such discordant feelings they generate, the more unhappy they become. In like manner, the more constructive the feelings generated, the happier they become. Therefore, even for personal reasons, it is well to learn to generate an aura of happiness, for that is the home in which the soul must dwell, until the individual themselves changes that home through self-conscious endeavor.
Anyway, just lovely instruction from Beloved Elmora. And so we're going to listen to Terry reading now, which is just lovely.
At this time, all those discarnates who have been selected by the Silent Watcher as being capable of comprehending this vision and carrying it through the veil of birth to fruition are present. All of those who through many ages have earned stripes of merit, we will say, for work well done, enjoy the spectacle and are filled with the enthusiasm of the sponsor. But then, as each individual who professes a willingness to be a part of that cause comes forward, he is forced to look upon his own karma, which stands like an obstacle or a wall between him and the fulfillment of his part. And here many drop from the roll of volunteers, leaving only the boldest, the strongest, or the most loving, who are willing to take the vision in one hand, as it were, and the weight of his karma in the other, and passing through the gates of birth, endeavor to externalize the vision, expiate the karma, and keep the faith. Many times the weight of karma is such that the work cannot be accomplished according to its best manifest expression, and this was particularly evident before the comprehension of the use of the sacred fire of forgiveness and mercy was made apparent to the outer consciousness. And even now it is expedient that individuals realize that those who stand with their hands in those of the masters, endeavoring to externalize the divine plan, yet carry the burden of their own karma, and although they may not be the fullness of ourselves incarnate, they at least are those who volunteered to endeavor to spread our word and our vision, and so manifest the glory of the inner light, having looked upon the weight of their own karma, and willingly fitted it to their shoulders before attempting the task. For each one who has accepted the mission, 1,000 who were perhaps better qualified to perform the service have refused to accept the responsibility. Understanding and tolerance of this sacrifice, which is in a measure that which the beloved Buddha spoke of in referring to his own tremendous endeavors to make sacred his life stream, is the constant service of the workers in the vineyard, who help their fellow men with one hand and clear their own worlds of the mire and accumulation of the ages with the other. It is good that the universal good created two hands, for one individual development and one for impersonal service. If either is withered, the spiritual body in mastery is incomplete. I have watched the endeavor of the law to bring to the understanding of the people of earth the reality of the existence of the hierarchy for the past 150 years. We are really now in the third phase of this one endeavor. In it, some of you have played a part once, some of you twice, while some have touched the fringe of the endeavor on 3 occasions. When early in the 19th century, the cosmic law called the attention of the hierarchy to the necessity of bringing to the outer consciousness of men and women the fact of the actual existence of the masters, we proceeded through a series of conferences and councils in order to devise ways and means of bringing the living presence of these masters to the acceptance of the people of earth, particularly in the Western Hemisphere, where the vital energies which would promulgate action were incorporated into the incarnate souls. The East, which has accepted long since the universal presence of the Holy Ones, was destined to transfer the spiritual currents and impetus which she had guarded for ages into the Western Hemisphere, and it was imperative before the spiritual activity took place that some Western life streams know of the existence of the ascended hierarchy and come forth as a guard before the knowledge of the sacred fire could be given, which would accompany the cosmic release from the great ray at Lake Titicaca. Therefore, Blavatsky, Leadbeater, Alcott, Besant, and Judge were among the thousands whose glorious causal bodies were signified that they were ready and capable of rendering this service. The few who accepted the opportunity at first formed the nucleus of the Theosophical Society, and with their own bodies broke through the veil of materialism, thus making the opening wedge through which the interest of the students of the law of life was turned toward the various members of the Brotherhood, who up to that time were not even intellectually accepted as having existence, not to mention intelligence or individuality. The outpouring through the Theosophical Society was primarily through the wisdom ray, and many were the hours of the days and nights I sat, together with El Morya, Kuthumi, Serapis, and Saint Germain, and poured through the mind of Blavatsky the wisdom which she wrote in the Secret Doctrine, the Voice of Isis, and the other volumes, many of which are yet secreted in the Master's retreats. We endeavored to incorporate into the volumes as much of the truth as could be understood, the same truth that is contained in the Vedas of India, the Upanishads, and the same truth that is in all the secret writings that have come down as the heritage of man, many of which are guarded in Tibet and China and the various retreats of the Brotherhood throughout the world. Even then, our good instrument was accused of plagiarism, but it will ever be thus when truth is revealed for the reason that it will always have had an earlier revelation, and the later revelations will essentially have to be confirmations of the eternal verities, regardless of the fact that their exponents are accused of merely copying the older teachings.
So good to know that what was happening there. And I remember reading about how there's so many hours spent in planning for these dispensations. It's amazing. Anyway, so this is becoming a co-worker with the angels and expanding the light on earth. And I wasn't quite sure actually who it was from, and it was definitely from the Bridge to Spiritual Freedom, I think. So, but anyway, it all makes such sense. And so it is said, in the early ages, as recorded in the Bible, the angels walked and talked with mankind at all times. And in the days that are to come, this will again be so. As individuals choose to become co-workers with the angelic host, they will have a tremendous opportunity in drawing those heavenly beings close to them in one manner that evokes the presence of angels, the radiation of love, in the one manner. When such an individual is found, vast numbers of the angelic host are always bathing in the aura of such a one's being. You have seen a moth rush towards a flame, and so do the angelic host rush towards a harmonious outpouring of energy, whether through the human kingdom or through nature itself. If you would ask the angels to enter your world, they would bring much of the buoyancy and cosmic contentment that your personality requires. They act on the inner bodies exactly as water does on a thirsty plant. They are a tremendous healing agent and a very great peace-giving power to turbulent spirits. You may have as many of these celestial beings as your feelings will allow to enter into your personal association. If you will invite them, you will feel their presence, and after you have once felt their presence, you will live in a manner that will keep them by your side. And this is suggested daily work. He says, you can test this law by sending forth as often as you can during the day strong vibrations of love, and you will feel the currents of the angels return on them just as if you moved your hands across a harp and struck a note of harmony. And I'm sure we've all felt it, haven't we? It's just so tangibly real. And now we're going to say this decree for our brothers and sisters that are caught in the psychic and astral realms, and to help Saint Germain in those violet flame temples. So we say together, beloved presence of God, I am in me, and beloved immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart, and beloved Saint Germain, while my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discordant life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be taken immediately into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated, destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so they carry in their life streams no miscreations that would add to their own or the world's distress, We decree it, and so be it, beloved I am, and we accept this done here and now with full cosmic power, and we thank you. Thank you. And now I love the kind of world. There's just another one, just a short one, but it's just lovely. I think they've taken some of the clips we've seen, but we can always watch them again.
Hi, buddy.
Well, it brings such a smile to my face. I'm sure to all of yours too. It's just so lovely. And now we say our decree for the animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms. Beloved, I am presence and that of all mankind. Charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and bring comfort and freedom to the animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it, and so be it. In God's most holy name, I am. We accept it done, and we thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to read from Beloved Archangel Gabriel. And he says, I am Gabriel, he who is called the announcer, bringing tidings of great joy to all generations. These tidings come to you in the progress of the sweet earth, as she and all her evolutions move ever upward in the Holy Father's scheme of God creation. There are already inner divine causes set up, waiting to burst through the veil of Maya as a manifest expression of God perfection, which the beloved Saint Germain holds for you, as well as for succeeding generations. Have you ever thought what causes motivation? The will to do, the intelligence by which it is done, and the love by which to sustain the manifestation. This was the power utilized for the progression of the earth, and the same activity of motivation can be used to accelerate the cells and atoms of your being, throwing off into the violet transmuting flame all discord and sustaining and accelerating the power of God alive within you, rather than allowing your physical vehicle to decline. Think on it. The motivating power in all life is of a different vibration, of course. So-called inanimate matter is impregnated with the consciousness of all who use it. But the motivating power of the cells and atoms of your dear bodies can be regulated and move more rapidly until all human creation is removed, and the powers of your Holy Christ flame activated and set free to bless all life everywhere. Accelerate the vibratory action of those organs and cells which require assistance now. The moment you think of us, you are with us, and the moment we think of you, we are with you. That is truly a power of rapid motivation, is it not? That is a science. It is a science that can be used and is used efficaciously by unascended beings, as well as those in our kingdom. You cannot even motivate yourself from this room into your own quarters without willing so to do. Having intelligence enough to get there, and then making of your room a shrine of light by the love that is acting. Practice the power of accelerating. call to your I Am Presence and your Holy Christ self to accelerate the motion of the cells and atoms that make up your physical vehicle and inner vehicles, and see the manifestation that can be yours today. Thank you, beloved Archangel Gabriel. It's just so lovely. All right, so we can listen to a song now. It's actually Shoza. It was recorded, I think, about 5 years ago, but it was in a beautiful, one of the towns quite close to Cape Town, Hermanus. And Shoza is really a song. It's an Indibelean Zulu song, but it was really a song that was often sung in the mines. And it was a song of solidarity and hope, really. And so this is just lovely. So I hope you enjoy it. It's our Rainbow Nation at its best, just beautiful. I think it was a youth group, whatever. Couldn't get that who it was, but I found it. It was just, I thought, really lovely. Shozaloza, it's a very well-known song for us in South Africa. And so now, John, you take over. Thank you so much, beloved.
Good evening, all. And thank you again, beloved Anthea, for these, often inspiring messages and videos and teachings that you bring to us every week. All some are aptly made for this specific message for this week. Thank you. Beloved and mighty I Am Presence, we call to you. Take command of us all and produce your mighty perfection through our decrees. Beloved Ascended Masters, we give you full permission on behalf of ourselves and of all mankind to do whatever is necessary in this lower realm to fulfill the divine plan, and we call for you to charge your almighty power and give whatever energy may be lacking from our side into all our decrees, so they can manifest here and now, all according to thy will. And we call to you, beloved Archangel Michael, to send cosmic rays and mighty angels of protection to protect us and all who have joined the Zoom class, with all the energy released to be purified and used only to serve the pure divine cosmic light. Beloved mighty Presence, eternal source of the Christ within, we call upon Ascended Master Jesus, the Mahachohan, and the Cosmic Christ to pour forth the light of Christ consciousness upon us all. And so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. We say our decrees together. Mighty I am Presence, great host of Ascended Masters, Archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and their activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source so this may never act again, and raise up to positions of power the divinely chosen leaders. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. Our tube of light protection. Beloved mighty I am Presence, beloved Archangel Michael and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all-powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. I am grateful we are given whatever added protection is needed. What we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. We just visualize our tubes of light coming down from our beloved mighty I am Presence. That mighty pillar of brilliant blue and crystal light, blazing up through and around us, 9 feet in diameter, anchored 3 feet beneath us, 3 feet each side of us, with that thick wall at the edge, stronger than any steel. Build your wall of light. See Archangel Michael's armor of light around us, forming that impenetrable pillar of protection around ourselves, this group, our families, friends, and around every constructive person across the face of the earth. Every beloved one standing up for truth, justice, and freedom. May God bless, direct, perfect, and protect each and every one. Thank you. I am the law of forgiveness for myself and all mankind, for all mistakes, misqualified energy, human consciousness, and for straying from the light. Beloved mighty Presence, through your blessed love, power, and authority, we call to beloved Lady Master Kuan Yin, and we ask that you first with your ascended master feelings of mercy and forgiveness for ourselves and for all mankind. We just feel deeply in our hearts that sincere desire to be forgiven and to forgive any and all misuse of life, the wrong human consciousness, the wrong misqualified energies of any kind, any wrong desires and feelings in our beings and world, and every mistake for which our outer selves are responsible. We just feel this great gratitude for this blessing to all mankind, but it is truly a great gift, this gift of the law of forgiveness. Beloved mighty I am Presence, that of all mankind. Forgive, forgive each and every one of us. Thank you. And we call to the great central sun to charge your secret power into these decrees. We call for beloved Saint Germain to anchor cosmic concentration of violet fire in America, Europe, Africa, China, India, the Middle East, Russia, wherever else it is needed in our beloved world, here and now, we thank you. We say our violet fire decree together. Mighty and presence, beloved Saint Germain, and those ministering to the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend with your purple ones of fire and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force activity. Transmute and consume it all. Cause, record, effect, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it all with ascended master consciousness, the divine plan fulfilled, and light from the secret love star. We thank you. our decree for the elementals. I am the light of God that never fails, purifying, loving, thanking, and blessing, the great directors of the elemental kingdom, and every beloved earth, water, air, and fire elemental, for your ceaseless service to me and to all mankind. I am the mighty cosmic light, awakening all mankind to the great intelligence of this kingdom, and remove from elemental life today the necessity for longer obeying the destructive impulses of mankind. And so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I am presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree, I am the presence charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection, right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. Our decree for the purification of our beloved earth. In the name of my mighty I am presence, and by the power of the great host of ascended beings, we demand a cosmic living sword of blazing flame continually strike into all human miscreations back to the very beginning, causing all negative energies and entities in the psychic and astral realms and in the consciousness of all mankind to cease to exist forever. The cause, effect, record, and memory, freeing all human and elemental life from that which was never meant to be, and ensuring psychic and astral realm is no more. Replace it all with the immaculate concept for all life, ascended master consciousness, and light substance from the secret love star. That thy will be done, and so be it, and so it is, beloved I am. We thank you. Our decree for divine justice. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice, blazing throughout the world right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury. Knowing that I am all-powerful, then I know that only divine justice can be done everywhere, here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Now before we say our final decree, by the love, power, our beloved mighty I am presence, we call to you, beloved mighty victory. We ask you that you fill us with your full feeling of victorious accomplishment, that cosmic feeling of ascended master victory. We say together, I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and trebled each instant of each hour by the power of the 3 times 3 until fully manifest. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. And as we end now, let us focus on the beloved love star, radiating within our auras, placed there by beloved Sanat Kumara, as a gift to all mankind, assisting us in holding that frequency of unconditional divine love. It is truly a cosmic blessing. We love and thank you, beloved mighty love star. We ask that you expand your mighty supreme light through our 4 lower bodies, and to saturate all whom we pass by on our earthly journeys with that unconditional divine love. And to that mighty secret love star shining from the heavens for this 2,000-year period, we bless and thank you, and all the mighty cosmic beings from the great central sun holding this focus. Expand your supreme light through our individual love stars and around all life evolving on our sweet earth. We thank you. Thank you, everybody, and blessings to all.
Thank you, beloved John. Marvelous. And now the closing invocation. I just wonder who'd like to do that. I'm always worried that somebody doesn't have a screen or something like that. But anyway, we'll do. Fatima, beloved, have you got a screen or you're on your phone?
Hello, yes, I can do that. Thank you.
Thank
Closing
you.
invocation. Beloved I am presence and beloved Master Kuthumi, nourish the seeds planted in my consciousness so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfection expression in my world and the world of all my fellow man. Beloved presence of God I am, pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the Master. We thank you. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you so much. And just a moment of deep gratitude for these marvelous teachings and for our opportunity to serve and to learn and just to apply these teachings and for our beloved earth. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. And thank you, John, for recording. So I think we can probably stop the recording now.